Live on Facebook now, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Anybody that jumps on late can just watch the replay. So, welcome everybody this evening. This is our second weekly Zoom call that we are simulcasting live in the Facebook private group. So, welcome to everyone. Thank you for those that are here. So, Hello September is the theme of our call tonight, and just when we thought we wouldn't make it through March, we're already in September, right? So we've got some promos with doTERRA, and just wanted to talk about those and talk about some of the properties with the oils that are either on sale or free this month and how that all works. So the first thing that I want to talk about is every month doTERRA puts an oil on sale for 10% off. So this month, September, I don't think this was an accident. I think they thought this through. It is the Serenity Blend. So I didn't have to go far to pull this oil out of my stash because it is literally on my nightstand, and it is the oil I use at bedtime every single night. So it is, if you have a wholesale account, it is only $28.80 this month. It's down from, I think, $32 is the normal price. But so that expression, serenity now, that is what I feel when I breathe this. I put a drop in my hands. I can wear it on my wrists. I know I have a stressful day coming up. So think the oils, some of the dominant scents in the blend are lavender, cedarwood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, and sandalwood. So whereas it is a pretty heavy floral oil because the florals help us sleep, every oil in this blend calms us down and helps us sleep. It's called the Restful Blend. It inspires restful sleep. The cedarwood property especially kind of helps our body make more melatonin, which is our sleep hormone. So it does have a lot of floral oils in it, but the vetiver and the sandalwood kind of tone down that flowery smell. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a couple drops of citrus oil in it to lighten it and brighten it even further. But again, I promise you this oil is in my diffuser every night. So everybody needs serenity in their life right now, right? And I think this is great for our kids who are going back to school, getting up earlier, getting into a different nighttime routine, whereas, it's hard to go back to bed when early when it's still light out, right? Especially for the little ones. So Serenity is an amazing oil to just calm the whole house down. Start running it in the diffuser. Let somebody in here. Start running it in the diffuser a couple hours before bed and just get everybody kind of calm and, working towards getting a good night's sleep, right? So love that it's on sale. Would buy this oil at any price personally, but like I said, you can get it for $28.80 if you have a resale or a wholesale account. So something else that's fun to talk about every month with doTERRA is if you're on the LRP program, and I'll just briefly tell you what that is. LRP is our loyalty rewards program, and I like to think of it as like frequent flyer miles, for lack of a better analogy. So the more I buy with doTERRA, the more product points I get, and I can use those product points just like money on my account to buy products. So you're on LRP, you also get any money that you spend on postage during the month, you get it back. So in free product points, so if you spend either $7 or $4 or whatever postage choice you pick, you get that back in free product points. And then you get a percentage in free product points of everything that you buy. It starts at 10% and it works its way up to 30%, depending on how often you buy through the LRP program, how many months you've been on it. So if you're in that LRP program, another great benefit is you get a free product of the month with a qualifying order. And a product of the month for this month, for September, is white grapefruit. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit more about the product of the month because this is something that doTERRA gives away every month. So throughout the year, you can get 12 free essential oils if you're in the LRP program and you place a qualifying order. So what's a qualifying order? It's about $125. When we talk about oils, it's a product point, a point value is equal to $1. So let's say it's the Serenity oil and I'm buying it this month on sale for $28.80. I'm going to get a percentage of points. So I personally have been in the LRP program for over a year. So I'm going to get 30% of that $28 that I spent back in free points. So, you know, using rough numbers, I'm going to get about 9 points for just ordering this through my LRP. So, and then you can use product points just like cash. Like I said, if you have enough of them in your account, you'll see as you're placing your order in your cart, next to the item that you want to buy, it'll say use points. And if you have enough points to get that item, you'll be able to use that drop down menu and pull the quantity that you're buying and use free points. So it's an awesome way to get free product points built up so that you can use them. But the product of the month, again, let's jump back to that just for a second. 12 free oils in a year, that's a lot. And they're always, here lately at least, they've been unique oils. Like white grapefruit is the September oil. We can buy grapefruit oil, which comes from the pink grapefruit, but we can't buy white grapefruit. And I'll tell you, you know, why it's kind of unique and a little bit more interesting and that the different benefits from that in a little bit. But again, just think about getting on the LRP, having it is an auto ship, but it's a very user friendly auto ship whereby you will get an email or a text or both if you sign up for them about 3 days before your auto ship is ready to go, and they will remind you that if you don't make any changes, it'll ship you the same thing you got the prior month, but you can change that to be whatever you want. So I always put something in my cart that if I forget to go back in there and change it, it's not going to hurt my feelings if I get another one. Something like lemon oil or the Serenity that I told you I literally use every night. So I have to let somebody else into the Zoom. I need to figure out how to turn that off because I don't want to have to admit people. I want, if they have the information, I want them to be able to just get on. But so that is what the product of the month is. I encourage you to get on LRP. If you don't know what that is, reach out to me, reach out to your upline. It's the best way to get like the best bang for your buck. Again, it's like a frequent flyer program where you get free airplane tickets, but this is even better because it's essential oils. So, so let's talk about white grapefruit. All right, so here is the regular grapefruit that we can actually buy every month. And I also have this one handy because this sits in my kitchen, on my kitchen counter with the other oils that I use in my water and in my cooking and things like that. So grapefruit oil, I've actually got it in my water here right now. It's delicious. Let me take a drink. It's just so cleansing and it just gives a little more flavor to water. Water can be kind of boring for me. I put it in my sparkling water tonight. So I've got some black cherry sparkling water with some grapefruit. So yummy. And internally, it's also very cleansing. So aromatically in the diffuser, citrus oils are all uplifting. They smell amazing. They literally make you happy. So what's different about white grapefruit? Why do we need white grapefruit if we already have regular grapefruit? Well, white grapefruit was actually the original grapefruit, and then they developed pink and red, you know, kind of through hybrid farming, and the red and the pink became a little more palatable to people. It's sweeter, a little more mild, where the white grapefruit, and we're talking about the skin color, is white. Or whitish, it's kind of a whitish yellow, but so it is tartar, tangier, just more powerful, more pungent, and I mean that in a good way. So what that means is when you get your white grapefruit for your product of the month, It's going to be in a small 5 ml bottle. It's not going to be, the big size. It's going to be the tiny little 5 ml. And that's because it's so strong. You are not going to need to use a lot of it at all. So literally a drop or two in the diffuser. If I were doing the white grapefruit in my water instead of the pink grapefruit, I would probably just do 1 drop instead of 3, which is my normal glass of water essential oil dose, if you will. Again, the white grapefruit is just going to be more powerful, and it's just going to be a little more intense. And I mean that again in a good way, because what do we use grapefruit oil in the diffuser for? We use it for focus and energy, and we want to feel stimulated. So this is just going to take that up kind of a notch, and just help us to be more of all those things. So I think also this is very timely because, again, the kids are maybe homeschooling right now. Mom's working from home, kids are homeschooling. It's chaos. I feel for you, parents. I'm glad I'm not in the same boat with you right now. But last week I was up at my daughter's house, and my grandson started first grade, and it's a little bit chaotic with everybody getting used to these Zoom calls and online schedules and things like that. So the white grapefruit, I think, is going to come in super handy because it's going to just help people to, again, it's going to stimulate that and support that sympathetic nervous system that helps with focus and concentration and staying on task. And so don't do it at bedtime. I would not run white grapefruit or grapefruit in the diffuser in the late evening or at bedtime. So I told you earlier that sometimes I will combine my Serenity oil. I actually combine it with bergamot because bergamot is a super happy oil. It doesn't really energize me at all, especially when used in combination with the Serenity. But I wouldn't have the white grapefruit going in the kitchen diffuser in the evening hours, like after dinner. I'd surely have it during the day because I think it would be amazing. It's going to keep those kitchen smells down. If you cook something, the kitchen gets kind of stinky after you cook it. It's a great kitchen diffuser oil because it is so cleansing of the air. And that's another thing quick that I'll tell you too, is the way that citrus essential oils actually eliminate odors in the air. They don't mask them. Have you ever had a stinky smell and you sprayed one of those chemical, synthetic, nasty things I used to use all the time before I knew better, like air freshener, and it's like onion with flowers on top of it? Essential oils do not work that way. So the way that essential oils work is they actually eliminate the odor molecule. I think of it like Pac-Man. Remember the Pac-Man game? I think of the essential oil molecule as like eating that odor molecule. It eliminates it. It takes it right out of the air. So it's great to put in a spray bottle of water, maybe clean your countertops with it, spritz it in the bathroom. You can use it in the toilet bowl, just to keep the water smelling fresh and the room smelling fresh. So another really great thing about grapefruit oil, and this is clinically proven, and these research studies are out there for you to read, it supports a healthy metabolism. So when we're trying to maintain healthy weight or maybe lose a pound or two, grapefruit oil is really good for that because of a number of things. It kind of affects the brain and it affects the body. So it's an emotional support oil through our dieting or maybe just cutting back a little bit. Again, I've been joking since March that I think COVID-19 is called 19 because that was the amount of weight I thought I should gain during quarantine, eating all my comfort snacks. So, through like July and August and September, we've been thinking about maybe eating better, knocking off some of those COVID pounds, right? So grapefruit is great for that because it is going to support the metabolism, but go back to I think it was the early 80s when we had the grapefruit diet. There was science behind that because grapefruit has chemical compounds in it that suppress your appetite. It's great for impulse control. So if you are craving sweets, put a drop of grapefruit oil on your finger. and lick it off your finger or drop it on your tongue. It's going to do a great job helping you with that sugar craving. So that's what I said when I mean it's good for the brain and the body. Something else that I love about it is that emotionally it kind of helps us to love ourselves more physically. So the physical body, who really loves their physical body as they age? Things change and lose their elasticity, and the pounds seem to come on easier, and the texture of your skin changes, and it's not something that we just get up and say, oh yay, I'm aging more today, right? My body's aging. So grapefruit oil emotionally can really just help us to kind of love ourselves more and just accept that we are a veteran in this game now, ladies. We are not kids anymore, and that's okay. It's okay that we can't pose for swimsuit ads anymore, right? So again, it's just going to help us to have more of a healthy attitude towards food, which I think is really important. Like I said, I can be a real comfort. I'm a comfort baker. So if it's there, I'm going to probably eat it. So it just kind of helps me to have more of a healthy attitude towards that. And again, just support my metabolism. It helps with the digestion process. So it's good to drink it in your water with meals, after meals. And as we know, the citrus oils have, because the D-limonene in them, the chemical, the naturally occurring D-limonene, they have the ability to perform lipolysis, which we know from other videos in this group that is fat melting. So again, as we're losing the weight, maybe the fat pockets are hanging around, the grapefruit oil in water is going to help us to flush the toxins out of the body, which is hiding in the fat cells. The fat cells are going to experience lipolysis, and we are just going to love ourselves even more, right? So another really great use of the white grapefruit oil is for skin. So it can actually help with the appearance of blemishes and texture of the face that maybe isn't as smooth as we would like it to be. So a great little DIY recipe is to take a small amount of coconut oil, just can be coconut oil that you get at the grocery store that's hard in the jar, scoop about a quarter teaspoon of that out, put it in the palm of your hand where it will melt very fastly because coconut oil has a very low melting temperature, so your body heat will melt it almost immediately. Put enough baking soda, again, just from the grocery store, baking soda into the coconut oil that's in your hand, just to make it like a pasty consistency, and then 1 drop of grapefruit oil. Rub that together and use that on your face as an exfoliant. And then when you rub that in, I would rub it in for a good minute or two in circles all over the face. And then when you rinse that with a hot washcloth, your skin is going to feel amazing. It's going to feel smooth as a baby's bottom, and the grapefruit oil is gonna improve the appearance. You've gotten all that dead skin off that maybe you've gotten from summer dryness, too much sun exposure or whatever. But what I want to warn you about is all citrus oils can increase your UV sensitivity. So if I'm going to do that DIY exfoliant recipe that I just told you about, I'm going to do that at bedtime. I'm not going to do it in the morning and then go outside and play tennis, because on exposed skin, citrus essential oils can increase your UV sensitivity for up to 12 hours. So that means if I put grapefruit oil on my face and go play tennis without a hat on, I'm probably going to get a sunburn. So it's only on exposed skin. So don't worry, if you've done it, let's say maybe you did that recipe on your legs and you're wearing yoga pants to be outside. That's fine, as long as your skin isn't exposed, that's had the citrus essential oil topically applied within about 12 hours. So just try to remember that with this white grapefruit promotion. So we want to be careful. It is great to smooth out the skin, but we don't want to go directly into the sun. And again, I'd probably do it Not right before bed, maybe a couple hours before bed, because the grapefruit can be a little stimulating. You're going to wash it off, so it's not going to linger, but just something to think about. So, doTERRA's blog lists some uses for the white grapefruit, and like I said, they talk about putting it in a spray bottle of water, adding it to your water, your tea, your sparkling water. Again, remember, ladies, glass. Essential oils do not go in plastic. Glass, steel, ceramic. And that's because these essential oils are going to detoxify us. They're going to pull the petrochemicals out of our body. So if we put them in a plastic glass, we're just going to pull the plastics out of the glass and put it into the water where we're then drinking it. We don't want to do that. So glass, steel, ceramic, always. Get rid of those plastic glasses anyway. We don't need the BPA exposure and all that. Very upsetting to the hormonal balance as um, which we fight every day as women anyway. So again, diffuse it for feelings of being energized. It will bring some balance to you emotionally. And it's very refreshing. I just love all the citrus oils because they're so refreshing. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is hello September, hello fall. And I'm going to talk about this with a caveat that it's already sold out, but I know it's going to come back. So we're going to talk about it because Harvest Spice is everything we all love about fall. And this one it's just one of my absolute favorites. You're just immediately hit with that really sweet cinnamon smell. So it's actually cassia oil is the main oil in the blend, which is in the cinnamon family. It's clove oil, eucalyptus, cedarwood, nutmeg, and cinnamon bark. So you're getting kind of that top and bottom note of that cinnamon. It just smells amazing. It's everything you love about fall. It's like when you have that craving for pumpkin spice everything on September 1st. This is it in a bottle. And like I said, it is sold out. It went in a day. It went, September hit and it was gone. They actually did a promo of it with a really unique new diffuser that I'm hoping that will restock as well. So cross your fingers that comes back because Harvest Spice is just amazing. But I can give you some recipes. We can post some recipes in this group. I like to use things in the fall, like I said, cloves, cinnamon. Let's put some orange in there to kind of brighten it up. Trisha's giving me the finger sign. I don't know what that means. She's muted. Unmute yourself. You have a question?
No, no. Mariela was asking, and I have the same question. How many times per day can we do the face cleaning with the baking soda and the?
Oh, I wouldn't do that more than once. I wouldn't do that even every day. Baking soda, what I love about baking soda as an exfoliant, we're backing up here, everybody, is that baking soda is such a small molecule, such a small sized exfoliant. It's really gentle. I definitely wouldn't do it more than once a day, and I probably wouldn't do it more than like every other day. You don't really need to do it that often. You can put in between exfoliating sessions, you can put a drop of grapefruit oil in your nighttime moisturizer. If you've got blemishes or kind of the what's the word, where the skin just isn't smooth, a little bit muddled, from scarring maybe or things like that. So you could do that. So you don't have to use it just as an exfoliant. You can use a drop in your nighttime moisturizer. Again, don't use it in your daytime moisturizer. It will increase your sensitivity to the sun. But you can do that as often as you like. Just be really sparingly with it because again the grapefruit oil can give some people energy. So if that was something that I wanted to work on, the appearance of blemishes or the appearance of my skin, I might do that earlier in the evening, get my makeup washed off maybe after dinner and do that. So just because I don't ever want to give advice that would keep people from getting a good night's sleep, because especially as a health coach, I'm just such a big fan of getting a good night's sleep. Does that make sense? Okay. Got the thumbs up from Trisha. All right. So again, back to Harvest Spice. I do have access to maybe 3 or 4 of them. So if you really have your heart set on it, if you didn't get it last year and you want it, reach out to me. I can try to work a miracle for you. I have a lot of different ways to get things. So, and I actually do have a few in my inventory. So um, I'm in some trading groups and things like that. So occasionally, even when things are gone, I can try to help you out with them. So it's one of the reasons I'm here, for you to reach out to me anytime with questions. I'm going to open it up again to any other questions that we might have, but I wanted to tell you that next week we are going to do the call again next week, like every week. We're going to be very consistent, but because we do them at 7 o'clock, the doTERRA convention actually starts next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. So I won't be able to tell you about the new products from doTERRA that are coming, that are being released at convention, until 2 weeks from tonight. But a week from tonight, we're going to talk about some other like fall related things, like fall allergies. We're going to go deeper into some back to school stuff. So we're just going to keep it relevant to where we are in the world right now. We're going to probably continue to talk about immune boosting, talk about a little bit more about On Guard. But if you have the On Guard oil, that's a great fall diffuser oil. Before we had Harvest Spice, that was my main fall winter diffuser oil. Again, just because it has that kind of, I got to grandma's on Thanksgiving and the pumpkin pie was in the stove, and the other smells were going through the house. So On Guard does have a great fall smell as well, and we need all the immune boosting we can get right now, right? So raise of hand, anybody have any questions out there? You gotta turn your video on or unmute yourself, either way. I'm gonna drink some more grapefruit oil while I'm waiting for you guys to ask questions.
Maria was also asking about if the exfoliant recipe that you gave us, it's for dark spots.
Yes, I think again, because the citrus oils are gonna be brightening to the skin. doTERRA also has a brightening gel, so if you've got a lot of dark spots, you could look into ordering the brightening gel. That's just been reformulated and put in a new package that's a little more user friendly. But anytime we can exfoliate and get the dead skin off, we're going to brighten the skin, right? Because the dull, darker, maybe sunspot, age spot skin is usually, on the more superficial levels of the skin. So exfoliating is just great, just in general. Again, it's just something we women all need to do, because it allows our moisturizer to actually penetrate. Because when you have dry skin on the top layer of your face and you put the moisturizer on your face, that dry skin's just going to suck it up. And your moisturizer is not going to get down to the deeper levels of the epidermis, where it's going to actually help you the most. So, it's like putting your night cream on a cornflake. That outer layer is just going to suck it up. So get that dead skin off your face. And again, I love baking soda because it's just so gentle. So how are we doing on time? Can't see the clock without my glasses, sorry. All right, we're at 7:32. I said I would keep these to half an hour. So if there's not any more questions, anybody else, any questions? You can always comment under the replay on the Facebook page. So anytime, an hour from now, if a question pops up, just pop it on the Facebook page,
Yep.
and I'll be happy to answer it there.
And it's very important that if you guys show up to the meeting today, have any questions or any particular interest or any particular topic that you guys want us to talk about, and use the gently knowledge that Mary Lou has. So just go for it and speak up and let us know, and we can put it together.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And share these videos. Again, I'll post the YouTube link. I'll upload this to YouTube after we get off tonight. And I always kind of cut the, where we're all getting on and everything. I cut that off at the beginning just to keep them short. So text them to your friends and family or whatever. Share this information because it's just not readily available enough from credible sources. That's how I'll put that. To make people feel safe to use these products. And again, we always talk about the safety. It's why whenever the UV sensitivity twice. It's why I talked about only using glass. Safety is very important to me. I am a certified essential oils coach, so I have, gone to school and learned how to have you use these with the utmost of confidence, knowing that your safety is very important to me and your children. I look at Nele's beautiful picture on her Zoom when she turns her video off, and she's got a precious little baby she's smooching on, and that's what is important to me. You and your family and everybody using these oils properly, and just getting the results that we want to see, and hitting these things that come down our way, nipping things in the bud so that we can avoid, serious illnesses and costly trips to the doctor and whatever, supporting the body naturally so it does its job the best. So reach out to Patricia, reach out to me anytime. You can always reach me through the Facebook page. And if Patricia's ever introduced us or Mariella's ever introduced us on a group text message, you've got my cell phone number. You are welcome to reach out to me anytime. Don't ever worry about it being too early or too late, because I turn my cell phone off when I go to bed. So you don't ever have to worry. Literally, if you wake up in the middle of the night with a question, ask it, and I'll get back to you the next morning when I turn my phone on. So have a great night. Stay well, be safe, and have a great evening. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
And this is your team. Use it.
That's right.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Take care.